the Maono A04 Gen 2 microphone. Now I'm talking low because I have the audio quite loud, and just get straight into the video with our microphone. Big, huge 24-bit XLR and USB microphone. This is the second rendition of the A04, obviously Gen 2, and you're gonna get some improvements. Dual functionality is kind of one of those, USB-C as well as XLR in your disgusting little mouth. And what do you think of this USB audio quality with no filters, flat EQ, out of box sound? We're gonna go through all of the things that this microphone has to offer, which includes support from the Maono Link application, so you can modify the EQ up the wazoo. What's that mean? Here we are with the Maono Link app with the A04 Gen 2 microphone in USB out of box audio. Let's go ahead and see what we got with this microphone. I already did the software update and all that stuff, so it's ready to go. Click into your microphone and you'll see your basic options here. Basics as well as scenes. You can record. And if you notice at the bottom here, it only will work in USB and not in XLR, in case you were wondering. So you can do a couple of basic things really, which is only to record and export. You can mute your microphone here. There's no buttons on this, so there's no way to mute it. And you can control your gain levels. I've dropped it down because, well, the gain just gets too high. So I'm going to keep it a little bit low here to keep it under control. Okay, and then you got noise cancellation, slight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What do you think of this audio quality? You let me know. I can't hear it. There's no live monitoring port on the microphone itself. So I'll let you know what I think about this microphone in post at the end of this. So stick around. Moving over to moderate. Moderate is typically the way I like to go because it compensates enough for the room so that it kills off the fans enough, but also can keep your voice in it without getting too choppy, as long as you're like about 6 inches or so away. Don't go past the 8-inch mark, because then you start getting a little bit lost in the sauce. And then if you go into aggressive, well, this one is meant to be used so that you're talking very close to the microphone and killing off a lot of noise that may be happening in your environment. So because, well, if you step away from the microphone, you're going to start to lose yourself. So you have to be up close for aggressive to be okay. Nice added addition. A lot of mics, a lot of fine mics, for example, don't have noise cancellation. Moving over to our advanced scene. We are here on our original EQ setting here. And this is the audio quality with a basic flat EQ at 0 dB across the board. And let's go through some of these presets. We have recording. Recording seems to have applied a high pass filter, dropping off some of those low end bass rumble sounds, and even a little bit of that mid-tone bass area here. So may sound actually pretty good, but no low pass filter. So you probably have good brightness still present in the audio, including sibilance. All right, anything in the drop down? Nope. So there's one configuration, but you can always add additional configurations to each of these. Podcast. So with podcast, this is the quality you get. Nice bright pickup there in the high end. Get some bright openness in your voice. A little bit of mid-range drop, so probably kills off a little bit of hum or rumble. Same over here, but not as much as the other. You can't change these. These are right. You have to click plus to create a copy of it, and then you can adjust the copy. But this original will always remain static so that you don't destroy these and you can't return to them, right? Why would you want to destroy the preset? Next up is live stream. We have whoa, look at that high pass filter, just completely all the way to the 50 hertz area, right? And better. So probably killing off a lot of low end and rumble, but it applied a shelf here. You see that shelf? A lot of high end, right? So you're going to get some bright crispiness happening here in your audio. What do you think of this audio, Tickets and Gamers? Okay, now I have created a custom original, right? The original, you can't really change the original, but you hit the plus sign and then you can modify this EQ here. And that's exactly what I did right here. And as you can see, I have applied some high pass and low pass filter here to kill off some sibilance as well as some low end. And at the bottom you have compressor and limiter. Obviously you can set these granularly. Then there's more. You can export these profiles. So if you wanted to take this microphone and connect it to another computer, another laptop that has the Maono Link app, and you wanted to import it there to get that specific profile that you love with this microphone, you can do that. So that is pretty cool and sleek. And that is about the gist of it, is what you can do here with USB. Let's check out some plosives. How does this microphone do with plosives? Obviously, without the windscreen here, it's going to be explosive. Here we go. Peter Piper picked a pack of Pepsis, popped them, put them into a pitcher profusely. Peter Piper picked a pack of Pepsis, popped them, put them into a pitcher profusely. So if you're gonna definitely work with the windscreen off, speak away from the diaphragm because you will distort like crazy. Caesar ate a salad by the seashore with Susan in a sauna. Caesar ate a salad by the seashore with Susan in a sauna. Okay, I'll let you know what I think. I can't hear any of this stuff. So, all right. XLR, let's see what that sounds like. Here we are in XLR, out of box sound, and looking at my level, whoa, I clipped it already. This thing is super duper loud. It picks you up ridiculously. It has a very large diaphragm. I'm going to lower the gain just so that we get a little bit of control of this, because we don't need it to be as loud and clipping our lives away like this. I'm going to do it from a hardware-based level, which is going to be from the mixer to get control of that noise floor, as well as get control of our gain levels here. And this is the quality of this particular condenser A04 Gen 2 microphone by Maono, which does require 48 volts of power. Me personally, for a mic like this, if I don't need all the functionalities that I need in a mixer, I would just use this in USB if I'm on a PC and set my EQ precisely the way I want it. So what do I think of this microphone overall? I think best use case scenario is probably in USB. Yup, typically I tend to lean towards the XLR because of its openness and its richness, and it's just so much more of your vocals get captured because it's kind of like the raw capsule in play, and it's capturing more true sound, right? Even all the extra noise that goes on in your room, and I usually can fix that with a little bit of noise suppression for the noise and some other third-party EQ app. But it requires a little bit of work, but it gets you a kind of a really good sound, very rich sound. But with this microphone, I feel like in USB, it's already rich enough as a condenser with that huge diaphragm, 24-bit. You can get really high quality fidelity audio in USB mode. Works like XLR in USB with immense EQ options. That's the thing. The Maono Link app allows you to just EQ the life out of it and make it sound exactly the way you want it. If it's got too much high, you can bring it down. Too much, you already know how EQ works. It includes compressor and limiter, so you don't clip or kind of distort or make your lows get lost somewhere. For one of the first times, I think that USB here is shining over XLR. XLR is okay. I just felt like it was just too easy to distort it. Just a tad bit too much on the openness in XLR for me. So for me, USB all day in America. And as you can hear right now, it sounds pretty good with a little bit of EQ settings in mono and a little bit of noise suppression. So yeah, this is what to expect with the Maono A04 Gen 2, I guess, kit. It comes with the whole shock mount system and boom arm. Let me know what you think. If you're interested, links are in the description. Get yourself a little bit of a discount via one of my affiliate links. You're welcome. I'm not thanking you for anything. You're welcome for giving you a discount. And yeah, with that, I'll see you in the next awesome microphone or mixer video.